Paul, race number 3, Oriental Elite. We haven't seen him for a long time. What's the situation been with this horse?
Yeah, well, he's sort of he's got recurring soundness issues, and at the beginning of the season we sent him up to Chongfa, and if it wasn't for Chongfa he wouldn't be there on Wednesday night, I'm sure of that. But I think he's done plenty of work. He's had a couple of trials, pretty forward, so he'll be an interesting runner.
He's the last start winner. Do you have time for the horse apart from the soundness issues?
I think he's a horse that could eventually end up in Class 3, so he's in Class 4 at the moment. So he gets the right run in the race from Gate 7. I think he should be pretty competitive.
Expectations? I mean, you've obviously got the injury problems hovering over his head, but fitness-wise, is he okay?
I think he's fit enough, but we've got to bear in mind that he hasn't run for a long, long time, and they generally do improve with the race. But I think if he gets the right run, he'll run well.
Band of Brothers in race 4. A lot of people have been interested by this horse in terms of his trial performances. Your expectations, Paul?
He's a very nice horse. Whether he's forward enough to win from Gate 9 first time out, but I think he's a horse to follow.
In terms of his trials, he's looked like he's got very good gate speed. In terms of the overall tactics of the race, how do you see it panning out?
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a leave it to Zach one this. I spoke to him last night and he said he'd have a look through the field, and if he could get across, he can get across. If it looks pretty tough, we'll just have to go to plan B.
In terms of an overall pass mark, what would you be looking for from this horse?
Well, if he gets the right run in the race, I'd expect him to be competitive. And saying that, first 3 or 4. But Gate 9 at the Valley can be very tricky for a horse having his first start.
Chad, in race 5, Smart Rocket, you won on the horse last time. Your general impressions on this one?
Obviously dropped down to Class 5 and he was able to win in a weaker company, but he's a young horse who is obviously not a finished article yet, and I think there's more to come from him. His track work since has been really nice, and I think he's taken a bit of confidence from the win. So, unfortunately, we've drawn badly, but he'll be in the finish.
In terms of his racing manners, previously he'd been very slow out of the gates, but that was eradicated last time. He was quick out. Is there improvement in that side of him?
Yeah, like I said, he was just young, just quite a baby. But he's putting it all together, and he's learning what it's about now, and I think the results will follow.
Chad, race 7, Harmony Hero, back on the horse after a long time away from him. Your general thoughts on Harmony Hero?
Obviously, he came with a big rap, and probably hasn't quite lived up to expectations. But where he's at the moment in terms of rating, I think it's a really, really competitive mark for him. I think he's more than capable of winning a race in this company, and he's drawn well. He's run well at Happy Valley last start, so hopefully he can get the job done.
Tactically, where would you like him? Like you say, he's drawn well, but it doesn't seem as if there is any speed at all in this one.
Yeah, I'll just talk to Richard and see what he thinks is the best way to ride him, but I shouldn't imagine we'd be too far away at all.
Any idea on his best distance? I mean, he's won over 1,400 metres at Sha Tin before, but also tried over the longer distances.
Yeah, I think a mile. He gets 1,800, and he can sprint over a bit shorter too, but I'd say a mile's about his trip.
And what about you personally, a winner on Sunday? Is it a chance of hopefully picking up from here?
I hope so. I've been a bit quiet of recent months, but yeah, like you said, a winner can turn things around, so hopefully it has a bit of a flow-on effect and more follow.